Hello folks, it's been a long time since I've done a video. Quite often I pop in and out of the hobby. I usually do carry on playing board games and doing the odd game now and again, but I haven't posted a video for quite a while, so I thought I'd post one on the current project that I've decided to delve into at the moment. So this is one of my favourite games that me and the boys play, and it's basically Hannibal and the Second Punic War. It's a fantastic board game. Must have played it about 40 times. Lots of different endings, and you can also do the First Punic War as well with it. It's a great game, but unfortunately, although the campaign is very good, the battle is with cards, and it's so the battles are not very good. So I've always been wanting to do a Roman Carthage army to go along with this board game, and with Warlord's recent release of the Hail Caesar Epic scale for the Romans and the Carthage armies, I decided to delve in. So this is what I purchased. Obviously, is the Hannibal's army. I've started off with that, and I've started basing some units up. Now, I must admit, when I first saw them, I loved them. I thought they looked fantastic, but I wasn't so sure on the bases. I love the Warlord Epic stuff. I've got the American Civil War and the Napoleonics, and the linear basing works well with those periods, but I wasn't so sure for ancients. I wanted a bit more, to look a bit more scattered. So the very first unit I did was actually a unit of Gauls. So it's 2 bases. So my standard units are 2 bases, and I don't know if you can tell clearly on my pictures or on the video. I've actually cut some of the stands in half. I found this with the Napoleonic stuff and the American Civil War stuff, that if you can cut them correctly, you can actually break up stands. So that's what I did. Not all, doesn't work with all the units. Certain units you've got no chance if you've got overlapping shields and such, but with the Gauls, I was able to do it. So you can probably see there's rather than a full strip. I can't remember when he's in a full strip. I think it used to be 10, didn't it, with the Napoleonics, but you can see there's like strips of 4, strips of 3. I say, and it's pretty easy to do, and a quick paint job, and you can't tell. It just gives that a bit more variety in the basing, so they rather than be so blocky sort of thing together, it's a bit more scattered. And then I say this is the basing that I'm going for, where I've got a couple of skirmishes on there just to fill the bases out with. So this will be a standard warband unit. Behind them is I can't remember what they're called. Is it Scutari or something? So that's a standard unit. So my standard units are 2 bases, and again I was able to, because they didn't have overlapping shields, I managed to break down a couple of the stands again. You can see it just at the back there's a stand's been broken down there, so you've got 4 guys on their own, just so I can spread them out a little bit, a bit of variety. Some units you just can't do that. For my Libyans, this in the book they're down as Phalanx. Was it Phalanx or Phalanx? It's basically long spear units, a bit like the Macedonians, I suppose, but obviously not as long as pikes. But so for that formation, I didn't think 2 ranks looked right. So I've done mine in 4 ranks. So 2 bases stuck together, 4 ranks, to give that depth, basically, so they do look like what they're supposed to be. And they paint up really quick, to be honest, these. So what else have I done? Obviously, we got a small unit here of Libyan medium cavalry, I believe they are. Behind them, small unit of javelin cavalry. And then over here, we've got some Spanish Iberian cavalry. So this is a standard unit, which like I say is 2 bases. And then down here, this is what are they now? They're light, yeah, light infantry. They I can't remember what they're called. They've got a strange name as well. But basically they're Iberian Spanish. And then of course we've got at the front, we've got the elephants. And I've just added a couple of Numidian infantry on there, and on the other elephant base is just a couple of Roman and Velates, just to make it look a bit more like a diorama base. So this is basically how I'm basing my army, how I'll be basing my armies for Hail Caesar. So it'll be one base small unit, 2 bases is a large unit. If they're in that kind of pike sort of formation, then they'll get more depth on their base. If they're a war band, they get more depth on their base, and others will get a standard unit. So my first, I'm building my forces for the Battle of Trebia at the moment. Still got, I'm quite close, I think, probably about 75% done, because the army's not massive at Trebia. I did buy a box of the Romans as well. I mean, the box that you get with the Carthaginian army, and it's so many figures, got loads of figures. Ones that I actually won't be even using for the first battle, because there's like Iberian warband, Italian allies, which aren't in the order of battle for the Trebia. But I will be painting them up eventually. So I also got the standard box, small box set that you get as a Roman division. So these are all going to be small units, so 1 base. I have painted one up, but I've not based it yet. It's basically this one here. Again, pretty, you can see that. Let's focus in on that. Pretty small unit. Again, pretty easy to paint up. A lot of these are easy to paint up. For the hardest to paint up, second hardest was the Gauls, because of the shield, but by far the hardest was the Spanish, again because of the shields. The rest were pretty easy to paint on, but I do think out of all the units, the Gauls and the Spanish standard unit here are probably my favourite. So it just shows that, you know, if you have to spend time on doing on shields, then they're probably the ones that are going to look the nicest, or that you think look the nicest. So that's it. Just a quick update. Like I said, I've not done a video for a long time, so just thought I'd share what I'm doing. Maybe inspire some others. I highly recommend the Warlord Epic Hail Caesar range. Like I said, I'm going to use it as part of the campaign board game that I've got for Hannibal. And that's it really. And once I get some Romans done, I'll probably do another video, and maybe even do a battle report of when I do the battle for Trebia. Okay, that's it. Thanks.